So today, now we are starting MySQL. Okay, MySQL is a RDBMS. Okay, RDBMS. It's a relational database management system. Okay, relational database management system. A relational database management system is where you can see the name, right? It can have a relational database. In our previous session, we studied about a simple data science process where we studied that every data that we will connect will be a structured data, and to save that structured data we can save it as a SQL file, and MySQL is a way to do that. Okay, I'm just giving a simple example, whether it's a school, whether it's a hospital, okay, whether it's a simple, let's say, business consulting firm. So they may have different type of ERPs and CRMs. Okay, what they have is ERPs and CRMs. Okay, and these ERPs and CRMs are developed by different type of developers. They are developed in different type of languages. Okay, suppose there is a e-commerce company, a shopping company. Okay, a company which is selling something online. So that e-commerce company has a lot of information like orders, sales, customers, everything. A school has a lot of information like staff, students, teacher, class, subject, exam, etc. So we are going to learn how to create a simple school database. Okay, this is going to be our first project. Once we will create this database, after creating the database, so first step will be what? To create a school database. Second step will be what? To create tables. Okay, create tables inside this database. Then after creating tables, what we will do? Insert data, insert some sample data in it. Okay, insert sample data. We are going to use some AI tools also to help us with it. Insert sample data, and after inserting sample data we will see querying of database. Okay, like writing SQL queries to query this database, because in whatever tool you are using, whether you are using Python pandas, whether you are using Tableau, whether you are using Power BI, whatever tools you are using, when you have good knowledge and good understanding of this, okay, so your data analysis skills will also become better. Okay, so this is our process, but before that we have to learn how to install MySQL in our computer. Okay, how to install MySQL in our computer. There are multiple ways of doing that. Okay, to install MySQL in our computer, there are multiple ways, and we are going to get started with a very simple way, and that way is going to be, we are going to download and install any one of the two tools that I am going to suggest you. One of them is AMPPS. Okay, you can write this down. So the what we are trying to do here, we are trying to install MySQL in our computer. There are many professional ways of doing it, but we may be doing it in a more easy to do way. Okay, once we have more hold over it, I will explain you why I explained you this process, and then I will give you a better process also. So this particular tool AMPPS is used by full stack developers who work on LAMP stack or MAMP stack. Okay, so when you will go there in AMPPS, you will be able to see that in AMPPS, the name AMPPS actually stands for Apache Server. So to run MySQL in our browser, Apache server is needed, MySQL DB, and latest version of PHP. The name is Apache, MySQL, PHP, Perl, and S is stack. Now stack or softaculous, whatever you want to call it. If you have a Mac OS or Windows, you can choose your operating system. If you have a Linux, let me know. I will give you another option. So Mac OS or Windows, do- you have Oracle, that is good, but uh, we will work with MySQL, okay? And it is almost the same process, but I think in MySQL it will be easier for everyone to understand. Then for you separately, I can deal with Oracle also. Okay, it's not a problem. It's basically the process is same. It's a database where you are going to store a relational structured database. Okay, so my question is, do any one of you have Mac OS or Linux, or every one of you have Windows? Shubham? From here, when you will download it, okay, so it is going to download as a executable file. It's a simple executable file that you can install in your computer. If you try this today, if you have any problem in installing the file, then let me know. I will explain it to you. Once that executable file is installed in your computer, okay, then you are going to see an option like this, AMPPS, and this video is being recorded, so you can follow step by step what we are discussing here. Okay, in this video you will open AMPS, and once you will open AMPS, you are going to see an option like this, and this option, for you, it will download some libraries, like it will download Apache or some version of MySQL for the first time. But from second time onwards, whenever you will open it, make sure your Apache and MySQL both are running. Okay, you can see the status here. Okay, Mohan, Apache, MySQL, both are running. Like similar thing will happen in your Oracle case also, right? So you would have some server running there, and then you can connect that uh, server with different admin tools. So here also we have that option. Okay. Now, so I'm going to write these steps also so that you can note down. So download amps. This is one way we are doing. I will explain you other ways later. So download amps, install amps, open. Okay. Make sure Apache server and MySQL are running. Okay. Once they are running, then you have to enter http colon two forward slashes localhost. Okay, localhost means what? We are hosting it locally in our computer, slash php my admin. Okay, I'm going to provide you this entire process, so you can try that, and you can simply copy this and open it in your browser. Once you will open it in your browser, it is going to open that. So right now Shubham is installing this, and you can see PHP is being installed. Then AMPS is going to install a lot of different tools, and then it will be ready to begin. So now once you will open that URL, what I told you, right? Localhost PHP my admin. What is this? See, when we create a database, okay, when we have a database server running on our computer, so this database server is running on our computer, our PC right now, as a local host. Okay, so to do administration of this data, what to do administration means what? Management, creation, deletion, update, etc., etc. To do administration, what will we need? What will we need? Some sort of tool, okay? And that tool is PHP MyAdmin. This tool runs on PHP server and gives us options to create a MySQL database. Is this clear to all of you? That PHP MyAdmin is an administration tool that runs on our browser, on our computer. It can run on any browser. Okay, it's not like a native software. It's like a any browser, and it runs on any browser, and it helps us in creation, management, deletion, etc., etc., of databases. Okay, now, is there any other professional tool? Yes, there is one tool called MySQL Workbench. Okay, MySQL Workbench. So later we are also going to study about it also. MySQL Workbench. This is a more professional way of doing things, and in companies you may find people using this one. Okay, but to get there, we will first start from here, and believe me, once you have um, understanding, then shifting from here to there will not be very difficult, and this comes with some advantages also. Okay, now in PHP MyAdmin, it is telling me that I am running a database on a server. What is my server name? Can you guys see? My server name is localhost. Is it clear to everyone? And so let's note down. Okay, I'm going to give you all these details. What is our server name? Our server name is localhost. So this is a web server, so server name is localhost. Okay, it can have an IP address also, 127.0.0.1. Okay, so if I open like this, 127.0.0.1, then also it will open. Okay, so this is my IP address. Don't hack my computer. This is IP address of local host only. In your case also it is going to be the same. Okay, this is not a public IP. This is a local host IP. So whether you type local host, which is a more generic name, or you use this IP address, you are anyway you are going to get your server. So if someone asks what is your server IP address at this moment, this is the IP address. Later I am going to demonstrate you how to host this database on a cloud server. Okay, how to host this database on a cloud server, and how to connect it using different analytical tools, whether it's Power BI, Tableau, Python, how to connect. That is something you are going to learn later. Okay, so remember these small things. And what is the database server type? Can you see? Server type is MySQL. So now we can verify that MySQL server, which is running at this particular you know host, is installed properly. It may be running on a port, and right now which user is using it? Root. So this is the user root. Okay, username is what? Root. And what is the password? Again, don't hack my system. Password is MySQL. So when you use AMPS, the default password for MySQL is for AMPS is MySQL. Later we are going to learn how to change this, and tomorrow, after performing whatever we are doing today, and in that if you are going to face difficulties, so in our next class we are going to discuss all of that. Okay, and then we will start again. So now once this happens, here in this sidebar you will find all the databases that I have created as a test. Okay, because this is just a basic server. So I have created institute management, MySQL. This is not my Northwind, Sakila, school management, trading DB, these type of database. So these are databases. When I will expand a trading company's database, you can see it is going to show me tables. If I expand Northwind, it is going to show me tables. So inside a database, what will you find? Inside a database, you will find tables and views. Note down somewhere, please. Okay. So in this is what? This is our database. So I am going to zoom it a little bit. You can take a screenshot also. This is what? This is our DB name. DB, database. Okay. Sometimes it is referred as a schema also. So this is our database. This is what? This is our data table. So inside our database, you are going to see data tables, and you can check the spelling. This is database, this is data TBL or table. This is also a data table, this is also a data table. What else can you find inside our database when you will expand it? You will also find views and stored procedures. Okay, so we are going to study about views later. These views are for data analysis, right? Like we can build a lot of views and they will help us in doing quick data analysis. So what we are learning? Data analysis, right? And to do data analysis, what do we need? We need data. Where is data coming from? Our database. In a database, where is it coming from? A data table. What is data table holding? Let's see. So for example, we have a trading company. Okay, let me introduce you to this trading company. And so what a trading company does, so let's say there are suppliers. Okay, these suppliers manufacture products. These suppliers, what do? They manufacture products, or they have products. Let's say have products. From where are they having it? It's their problem. So these suppliers have products. Like a manufacturing company has products, right? Whether it's a cold drink company, whether it's a cooler company, AC company, fan company, they have products. And every company is a supplier. Now these suppliers can increase sales. How can they increase sales? They can increase sales by supplying their products to dealers. Okay, dealers in this company, that dealer is the trading company. And what is the name? Northwind Traders. So this is the name of the company. It's a fictitious sample database that was created by Microsoft to show, you know, some kind of relation between databases, some kind, performance of databases in SQL Server. So suppliers are supplying what? Suppliers are supplying, what will suppliers supply? Like what will suppliers supply? Exactly, right. So these suppliers are supplying products to our trading company, and now these products are of different categories. Okay, like some product can be a beverage, some product can be a condiment, confection, a dairy product. It can be anything. So these products have different type of categories. Shubham, ये clear है? Is this clear, Shubham and Shadar? Right? So suppliers are manufacturing products and they are providing those products to our company. Our company is what? Northwind Traders, and our products are in different categories. Okay. Now these products, are being ordered, right? So arrow will be different. So these products are being ordered. Who is so orders, right? So whenever a product is ordered, so that orders are being placed here, and in those, who is receiving those orders? Employees of the company, right? Who is receiving those orders, like handling those orders? So these are handled by employees of the company, right? So orders are being handled by employees, okay? And every order has order details also, like from where is it ordered, like how many different products are ordered there, okay, at what price, at what quantity. So this is order details. So orders, order details, employees, and then who is ordering them? Now customers, right? So we have customers who are ordering them. Customers will have their own demographic and different type of data. So customers are ordering products, suppliers are providing products, order details are being stored. Whoever is receiving those orders is stored here. And finally, when customers are ordering that data, who is delivering those orders to customers or products to customers? Who? Shipping company. Okay. So we have a shipping company, or we have three shipping companies. So shipping company, or let's call them shippers, okay, or whatever you want to call them. So shippers are delivering those products straight to customer's house. This customer can be a business, this customer can be a customer, like it can be a B2B order, it can be a B2C order, but more or less in a trading company, these are the different elements. And now, do you guys think for these different elements, if we build different tables, okay, and then later we link them together, so will that be easy, or we should store all the information in one Excel file? Like we should keep the information in separate tables, relational tables, then we can write some query to relate them. That will be better, or you just save it in a single Excel file? Separate tables. See, in a single Excel file will also be possible. Okay, I gave you one example, sample superstore. Okay, but when you will say, no, you can do that, but it will be very difficult to manage. You will be wasting a lot of rows. Let me tell you. So if we go here, okay, कहाँ चला गया? Sample superstore कहाँ गया? गलत बोल गया. So if I open sample superstore data set, okay, so in this you can see this is in a single table. Here you have information of sales, product, subcategory, category, product, right? You have customer information. Now look at this section. You can see how many times the same information is being repeated, right? How many times the same information is being repeated? Instead of this, if we simply keep customer ID and keep customer details in a different table, we will be able to get that information, right? So instead of wasting rows and columns, and it will make our data heavy also, right? So, right, because we are going to write the same information again and again and again. And let's say anytime this user orders, and how difficult will be to handle this, right? Suppose this customer will change, suppose this customer changes its address, right? So you will change in every row here, right? It will be difficult. But if we have a separate table for this customer, so we will be changing it only in one row, right? So that's why it is very important. And suppose product price changes, okay? So it will be very difficult to track here. But if products pricing changes, stock changes, anything changes, it will be easier for us to handle there. So that's why we have this simple structure here, and we have this database. Okay. So let's open the tables one by one. First is categories. Okay. Or we started with supplier. So let's start from left hand side. We started with supplier. So when we see supplier, you can see supplier ID, supplier's company name, contact name. This is just like a Excel data, although it is in MySQL, but isn't it like a Excel data, right? We have supplier ID, company name, contact title, and every supplier has a ID. So this ID is known as primary key. What? Primary key. Okay. This primary key is a unique value. So to to give every supplier a unique name or a unique identity, we are giving them a primary key. Let's say there are two suppliers with the same name. Let's say there are two suppliers, Mohan supplier. Okay. Let's say Mohan LED supplier. Let's say this is their name. Just giving example. So there can be two suppliers with the same name, right? But there cannot be two suppliers with the same supplier ID. That's why in your college, even our Aadhaar number, our PAN number, so that is a unique identity about us, right? There are many people with my name, many people with your name. Even I can tell you there is a case where my name, my father's name, my date of birth, this is same, right? It was a case. So the problem, but the case, it can be a problem. But if you have a different ID, then it will be easier for you to analyze. Okay. So now, if you go to structure, you will see what columns are there in the structure, and for those columns which is a primary key, a golden chabi, a golden key will be there. Okay. And in PHP MyAdmin, this view is very beautifully crafted, and you can view everything like what is the data type of these columns. Can you see properly what is their data type, right? Like supplier ID is integer, company name, company name is a varchar value, contact name is a varchar value, city, region, postal code, everything is there. Okay. Next we have the customers information. If I go there and see the structure there, you can see we have ID, company name, everything. Here everything is a varchar. So I'm going to explain, I'm going to explain meaning of these data types. Don't worry. I am just giving you a simple information. Okay. Here, if you will see, like in order details, you can see in order details most of integer, double, small int, float are there. Okay. Because everything here is a numerical value. Check. Everything here is a numerical value. So in SQL, there are many data types. Okay. And we are going to study them one by one. These are all tables, order details table. Okay. Here you have ID, order ID. We will learn how to create these tables. We will learn how to insert sample data in these tables. These tables are also related with each other. For example, for example, let me explain this. Then I will answer your question. For example, we have product ID here. Okay. So Are you getting information from here, like which product is this? This may not be clear, but if you will go over it or here, okay, or click it, you will go to that product, okay. So a hyperlink is created, and so let just see from here. So product ID 51, let's see what this product is. It is a Mangimub dried apple. Who is the supplier? Let's click here. GD made. Okay. So now you can see the entire flow there, right? You can see how everything is interlinked. So these hyperlinks, how to create them, we are going to learn that. So, and very, very important thing here, when you will click on database, just see my steps, okay? When you will go to a database, click on more, go to designer, zoom it. Here you are going to see our entity relationship diagram or database diagram, whatever you want to call it, okay, and you can now arrange it. So if you saw, we had suppliers. What were suppliers supplying? Products, right? And products had categories, right? Yes, products had categories, okay. And these categories, now products had orders, right? Orders were stored in order details. So we have this. Orders were given by customers. So you can do that. And what is this? Maybe shipper. So orders were shipped by shippers, right? And orders were received by employees. So this diagram, I think it will be clear to you. You can take a screenshot. So we will also learn how to create an entity relationship diagram like this. First, you can create this diagram on your pen and paper before conceptualizing, designing a database. Okay. And then once you have done that, you will be able to create and conceptualize your databases in a better way. Anyways, we are going to learn all of this. So this is something that we are going to learn. We are going to query, for example, a simple query. Yeah, this is relationship, right? Relationship diagram. And suppose we have customers, and these customers are from different countries. Okay, I want to find out all customers from UK. I want to find out all customers from UK. What will I do? Select star from customers where country is equal to UK. See, I am not teaching this, I am going to explain this, but I am telling you the capability, overview, etc. Right? Like what we will be doing in next 2 or 3 days. And when you will click that, you will find we have this, okay, UK. So this is important. So now you have only those customers who are from UK. And if you just replace UK with anything, like for example, you replace it with Spain, okay? So you will see all the customers from Spain. From Spain, there are 5 customers. So this is the beginning of data analysis, right? If someone asks you how many customers are there in Spain, this, tell me the name of those customers, you will say, see this. You can export this also. Once you have written something, you can export the data. We will see all of that, okay? And this is an important tool. For example, we have products, okay? Here you will see display charts. So in PHP MyAdmin, you will see display charts, and it is product wise information. Okay. If I select only the product name and let's say I am selecting product name, and from here unit price. So you will be seeing product name wise unit price, because it's not a continuous data. We can display it as a column. So you can see product name wise unit price, right? Although this graph is not that good as, you know, like Power BI chart, but it is still displaying information. If you see it like that, you can see, right? So we are going, you can see it also has some graphical analysis and visualization properties, but there are many other better options here. But anyways, we will learn this also. So today was just an overview. What we are going to cover in our next chapter, we will create a new database from here. Okay, we will click on new, create a new database. Let's call it Apna database. I'm just calling Apna database, create a database. Then you can see it is asking what new table. I will say Apni table. How many columns will that table have? Chart, 4 column. What will be the name of different columns? Like Apna naam, Apna काम, Apna city. I am just giving an example. I will explain you in a better way. And everything, Apna naam will be a string value. City will be a string value. And yeah, and data types. And you will save. It is asking valid length. अपने नाम में आएंगे 50 कैरेक्टर. We will have 50 characters. अपना काम means अपना qualification 50 characters. अपना city 50, and we'll save. So now becomes our table. This is our table. Let's insert some data. अपना नाम Mohan. Let's say Mohan is an engineer, software engineer, right, Mohan? And Mohan's city is Chennai. So here we can fill the data. Okay. And similarly, another one is Shubham. Kam, I don't know, let's say analyst, and city Lucknow. And let's go. So you can add one more person here, right? Like continue insertion with 3 rows. So let's say third one is Shahadat. Kam, quality analyst, data analyst, city Shahjahanpur. Let's go. So now it will insert 3 rows. So we will also study about this query, and now you can see in a tabular way we have this. So I know I did it quickly. You may not have understood it, but you may have understood the intention behind it. Okay. So we are going to learn how to create a more planned structured database, planned structured way of creating, writing queries. We did not write any query to create this, right? We simply created it, and now we are analyzing it. And then we will later use tools like, and this will be in later part once we will have more knowledge about it. So like you can use tools like Power BI, you can use tools like uh, Tableau, Python, whatever is your favorite tool. So what are we doing? We are in a MySQL server. So we will go with MySQL database. What is server? What is server? Is asking server. Uh, Local host, right? What is database name? Something that we just created. My database name is Apna database. So database name is Apna database. Let's click OK. So now it is asking username. I say root, password MySQL. Let's try to connect. Database credentials, sorry. Root MySQL, and let's connect. So it is connecting, and suddenly it will fetch apna data, apna table, and we can see the names. Let's load the data, and if you have other tables, like you will get them also, right? So this is something that we are going to learn, and then you can analyze it here. So first we will have more knowledge about databases. Is it okay for you guys? So in tomorrow's class, we are going to discuss this. So